Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome back to the breakfast show. So, we have a lot to talk about. We had, of course, yesterday Meta, Google Alphabet, we had Microsoft, and MercadoLibre. We even had TransMedics. Yes, it's a forgotten name, but we do have quite a lot of price action. Meta is down at the time of recording. We're live. Meta is down 10% right now, while Google is up 7.4%, making its way to $300 per share. We also have, I think Microsoft is, let me actually show you. But first up, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. Really appreciate that. Sit back, grab a cup of coffee, tea, cookie, whatever you do when we're live. If you're West Coast, again, super early. I know. Thank you for joining. East Coast, still early. Thank you for joining. And Europeans, I mean, good afternoon. Good afternoon. In Asia, good evening. Good evening, as they say. So we go and we look at some stocks and some price action, shall we? We do have a question here. Is it an opportunity or should I wait to invest in Meta? Well, since you ask so nicely, if you look at Meta right now, pre-market, it seems like it's making its way back to the 50-day moving average here on the weekly. On the daily, huh, I have like an infinity scroll wheel now. On the daily, it is sitting just under the 200-day moving average. So will we see it? First of all, this is pre-market. When the market opens, we might see it open a little bit above, a little bit below. And then, of course, depending on buyers and sellers, we might see a rebound around this area. As I said in the video yesterday, I did not see anything that would scare me out of Meta right now. Yes, okay, maybe if you didn't listen or read the earnings report, you would think, why did EPS miss by so much? Well, if you exclude that one-time tax charge, it would have been $7.25 of EPS, which easily beat analyst estimates. So, my opinion, if you wanted a entry point, I think this is the best one you can get. Maybe you'll get one at a couple of dollars lower throughout the day, but I mean, excellent company. Yes, they are still investing quite a lot in the business. Okay, fine, but this is something you have to know when you buy Meta. That's not all. Apparently, Meta plans to raise at least $25 billion through a bond sale spanning 5 to 40 years as it ramps up AI investments, Proceeds will go towards general corporate use, with Citigroup and Morgan Stanley leading the deal. Now, if you like bonds, maybe you can buy it. Again, I don't know what the restrictions are here. Sometimes it's not available to everyone, but I do think that in this case it should be. It should be. So this is for Meta. We do have quite a lot of price target upgrades as well. First up, where is it here? So Roblox also reported this morning revenue bookings beat, which is the most important metric here. Guidance, we've got a beat there as well. Good. I mean, Roblox has been doing insanely good despite the controversy around the platform. We had, of course, the Trump and Xi meeting yesterday. Well, yesterday for us, today for for them, Thursday basically. So U.S. Secretary Scott Bessent, second round of Fed chair interviews are coming. Imagine we would have a Fed chair candidate by Christmas. On China to buy at least 25 million metric tons of soy per year. Very important, very important. He expects the TikTok deal to go forward in weeks, months. It's all hands on deck for nuclear power. China to buy 12 million, that's what we just said. Okay. She unilaterally expressed interest in US pipeline project. US is behind China on nuclear power, but will catch up. I guess nuclear stocks are going to go nuclear pretty soon. I know. Wonderful jokes this morning. A shutdown is starting to eat into the US economy. This is something that he already said, I think, a couple of days ago. Crocs also seems to be having a good quarter thanks to my help here. I bought some new ones. Very, very comfortable. So let's actually have a look. Let's actually have a look at a couple of things. Did we find out why Rubrik was down? Yeah, so it seems like Rubrik was down yesterday because when I think Josh or John, one of the two, told us in the chat because of Commvault. So CVLT, they reported yesterday good quarter overall, but the problem was on margins. And as you can see, Commvault is down significantly in the last 2 days. So one is because of earnings, but this is basically one of the reasons. The other one might be because of another cybersecurity name, and that's Varonis. Varonis was down yesterday 48%. 48%. Now I am curious if CrowdStrike also got affected by all of this. No, it did not. It did not. Okay. What about Okta and then Fortinet, and then we'll move on. Okta not by much. Again, I know they're not all focused on the same thing, but just to see if it got an impact in the industry. Fortinet was down almost 2%, so not really much, I would say. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. As for Microsoft is down a tiny bit pre-market, $526, which means it's down 2.7%. Really not the craziest thing. Not the craziest thing. Thoughts on the local after Meli earnings miss? Nothing. I mean, again, they're not really. You cannot compare, right? Because MercadoLibre has the e-commerce side of things, very, very investment heavy, shipment, logistics, something that the local does not have to worry about, right? Yes, they do have Mercado Pago, but again, it is not the same. It is not the same at all, actually. Did I say Roblox before? Yeah, I said Roblox. So let's see what Roblox is doing pre-market. It's down a tiny bit after those numbers. Interesting. Maybe it's something they are mentioning during the earnings call. Starbucks is another one. Starbucks is down a tiny bit here, a tiny bit as well. Pre-market, we do have Iron that's down 4.4%, Core with 3.6, Nebius 3.2. So three of those players. Is it something that Microsoft said yesterday, or Meta or anyone else? Google didn't say anything that would cause this to come down. So maybe Maybe it's Microsoft. I know if you listen, I didn't listen to Microsoft earnings, so apologies for that. I just had a major overview, and that was about it. So if you did listen and hear something specific, do let me know in the chat below. Then we also had TransMedics yesterday. So TransMedics is down, yes. This is one of the names where I said actually going into earnings might be a good time to pick it up. Which again, going into earnings, stock went up another 8.5%. So we're basically back to prices not seen since I think I made that video. It's on 9% TransMedics. You might think, oh, horrible, right? Ooh, not good, not good. But all in all, TransMedics had a good quarter. I'll try and pull it up real quick. Let's see. TransMedics. First of all, we already have like a Needham analyst comment here for TransMedics buy target, price target, buy rating, price target. $148 sees a strong EPS beat despite revenue miss. And I'm trying to see here if I can find the beats and misses for TransMedics, but so revenue was a small miss, very, very small miss, $144 million compared to 145 expected. But EPS came in at 66 cents versus the expected 36 cents. So a 30-cent beat on EPS. Guidance was also increased, and yet stock is down. Didn't make much sense to me. Didn't make much sense to me. They're also launching their NOP service in Italy and in discussion with other countries to open more in Europe. So, but also beyond Europe. So again, great news there. This is also, in my opinion, if you were interested in that, you can get an opportunity here, I would say. But again, only if you're interested in the business, you follow the business. We're also making our way here back to the 100-day moving average. So that's TransMedics. Oh, don't get fooled by this. Every time we see PayPal green in the pre-market, we get disappointed. We get disappointed. PayPal is really something. This is like the case study for the ages. PayPal. I did comment on an Alex Chris post yesterday on X. I think you can all see that. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. So he retweeted about this, and again, a new announcement by PayPal. They are moving in the right direction quite quickly, and that's great. So AI is reshaping how people and business connect, and commerce is no exception. PayPal's agentic commerce services are helping businesses of all sizes take part in the future of AI-driven commerce. So they are introduced PayPal's agentic commerce services, helping merchants, especially small businesses, thrive in AI-driven shopping. That includes agent ready, a store sync. I think they announced partnership also with, I believe, Wix Commerce and another one. Okay, great. So I said the following thing. Hey, Alex, a big fan, obviously, of the company and the work you've been doing. I do think that if you and the other execs feel like the stock is undervalued, you should be doing two things. One-time accelerated buyback, and an open market buy from you and the team to send a clear message to the market. The results were good, the turnaround is happening, and so why not put your money where your mouth is while the stock is incredibly cheap? Thanks, and keep up the good work. I did have quite a lot of interactions with this post, so hopefully he saw it. Hopefully he saw it because I'm pretty sure he gets a lot of messages on social media. So hopefully this one does reach his notifications, and yeah, maybe he'll do something. Maybe he'll do something. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that's PayPal. It's really like this mind blowing thing. Whatever they do is never good enough. Is never good enough. But another stock that was also painful for a while is our dear friend Google. Our dear friend Google. Right? Remember the pain here. Right? Ooh, we were at the start of the year $200, then all the way back to $140 or so. We have, of course, more than doubled now, especially with the pre market action, making our way to $300 per share. I said in my video yesterday, we are making our way towards $4 trillion in market cap. Easy, easy. Um, I made a video about the Google earnings. If you didn't watch it, maybe go watch it. And if not, then ask me some questions here. But yeah, it was an amazing quarter. It was an amazing quarter. We've had actually, let me pull up actually a couple of things here. Cloud acceleration, margin expansion as well. So that's great for them. They are increasing capex. So for all the fears of, oh, we are nearing the end of the cycle, well, it seems like we have not. Um, it seems like all of them. Meta is increasing their investment as well. Where is Google? Here it is. Wait. Um, Here it is. So first of all, voila, much better. Can you see this? You can see this. Perfect. Perfect. Much better. So Alphabet, first quarter of over $100 billion in revenue, and that growth has accelerated. Right, going into Q4, we are seeing accelerated growth for Google. Then this was, of course, the one of the last remaining bearish thesis or bearish, let's say, comments on the company is that they're overly reliant on the search business. So what happens when ChatGPT comes in and kills Google, or Comet browser kills Chrome, or whatever? What was it? OpenAI Atlas kills Chrome as well. Okay, let's entertain the idea that this might happen. Let's entertain that idea. And so what we've been seeing is this is that search as a percent of the overall revenue pie for the business is becoming small. It's still over 50%, but it is becoming smaller and smaller. At the same time, the rest of the business becomes a bigger chunk. We are making our way towards a 50-50, a 50% search, 50% all the rest. All the rest, of course, is driven by big increase in cloud revenue. I mean, the backlog increased like crazy this quarter, but here we have margins going up, expanding 22 point something percent for the quarter. Revenue did accelerate over 33% growth year over year. Perfect. Perfect here. Operating income exploding here, growing 84.6% year over year. Of course, the search business is still an incredible business. As you can clearly see, 2 quarters of accelerated growth here after the 9.8% growth in the March quarter. Then YouTube. YouTube is a over $40 billion business right now. If you look at the next 12 months, it's crazy. If you look at the Google subscription, that's even bigger. Okay, that's even bigger. That's now a close to $50 billion business. That one grew 20.8% last quarter. And so this is basically what you get. This is basically what you get. Insane company. Yes, Google network has been flat to declining, but this is by choice. YouTube ads continues to grow, has been growing for the last 5 years at a compound annual growth rate of 17.5%. Google subscription platform and devices, 17.8%. Google Cloud, close to 35%. And Google Search, 16.7% compound annual growth rate for the last 5 years. So, again, incredible quarter by Google. Congrats to all shareholders. Um, how's LA? I mean, I coming from the cold Europe into a very nice, sunny, warm but not humid environment at the end of October. Not bad at all, I would say. Not bad at all. Well, I'll be honest, it's not like I've been visiting around or something. It's hotel, conference, hotel, conference, hotel, Waymo somewhere else. Um, and that's been about it for now. That's been about it for now. But it's a nice. I mean, it's nice. I'm here with the people that work, so not spending that much time running around on the street. So I guess that's a plus ish. But yeah, no, it's nice here. Nice weather, chill vibes, I guess, as they say. The young kids these days. The young kids these days. Um, let's see where. Hey, where did this go? I had a couple of extra things I wanted to show. Um, no, we do have some comments already on Meta and Google. Positive comments on both, right? So you would say, oh, but Meta is down, so probably negative comments. But no, we have positive comments on Meta as well because again, I didn't see anything wrong. I would say, okay, they're increasing investments. Maybe the question here will be return on investment, etc., etc. Don't overbuild. But on the overbuilding side of things, they did tell us that they have quite a lot of demands for what did they say exactly? I'll tell you. Basically, they hinted yet again on maybe offering cloud services in the future. Because if they do overbuild, then they can just pivot into that. Because people need compute, and if they have compute available, why not? Why not make it available, commercially available? So I think those fears are a bit overblown yet again. Um, why is Pagaya down? Well, fintech was down. Fintech was down. So Pagaya is down. What is it? A tiny bit. Yeah, Pagaya is down. I mean, it's down 2.7% over the last 5 days. We've had some fintech players not give the most bullish, let's say, comments on the economy, on well, not on the economy. Yeah, maybe on the economy, on spending and all of that. So it does impact it. But my let's say bet with Pagaya was always they report earnings, they show they are better than the rest, stock goes up. That's my bet. I can be, of course, on the wrong side of things, but it is what it is. And it's not like it crashed 20% or so. Um, let's see if I can. Maybe I'll pull up just a couple of comments here from, and this time I do have an eye on the market open. I'm not going to miss. I'm not going to miss this one. So let's start here with the Microsoft. Actually, no, we didn't talk about MercadoLibre. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So MercadoLibre is down a little bit. Okay, is down a little bit. MercadoLibre had again a good quarter all in all. Comments were fine. This is a company that is not afraid of investing in the business, taking a short. Marco, you just joined at the right time. You just joined at the right time. So beat revenue estimate by 2.8%, missed EBIT estimate by 4.7, and missed EPS by $1.37. This is a company that is doing everything right. Like I said yesterday, this is, what was it, 27 consecutive quarter of revenue growing above 30%, I believe. I'll pull up the exact number. So revenue, 39% growth year over year, marking the 27th consecutive quarter of growth exceeding 30%. Insane. Insane stuff for them. Um, let's actually look at the infographic that they shared. One moment. So this this is basically it. Okay, this is basically it. This is a business that is, yeah, you could say firing on all cylinders, although, yes, with margins and then profits, things are fluctuating a little bit. But again, this is because they're investing in growth, they're investing in acquiring more and more customers. It's working, clearly, it is working. And so I'm not worried about Mercado Libre. I'm not worried about Meta as well. I mean, Mercado Libre, despite all of their investments, net income margin still 5.7%. But yes, as you can clearly see, it has come down. Same with gross profit margin. It has come down. But this is, again, them admitting, look, yeah, okay, but we are willing to take a margin hit in the short run to make sure that our business is much, much stronger in the future. It's exactly what I want to see. Now, if this were a company that has a bad track record, right, where previously they've made the same claims and then, well, it turned out to be the wrong move, then I would say, okay, this is worrying, and probably the stock would have reflected that. Probably the stock would have reflected that quite a lot. But it is not the case here with Mercado Libre. It is a company with an insane track record. And so if they feel like they need to invest more, if they feel like taking a margin hit in the short run is what they have to do, okay, go ahead. Go ahead and do it. And so I'm very happy as a shareholder of Meli. I'm very happy as a shareholder of Meta. Yes, of course, the stock is down, but results wise, we're good. Results wise, we're good. Um, I am exhausted. I am exhausted. This change in time zone is very exhausting, but yeah, I will be going. I will be going back pretty soon, and so I did not let the jet lag to impact me that much. So I'll sleep very well. I'll sleep very well on the plane. Um, I'll try and ask for an upgrade. I'll say, look, I am Couch Investor. If you need some financial information, subscribe. You subscribe to my channel, and I'll be nice during the flight. I do wonder if it works. I probably it never works, but doesn't hurt to ask. Doesn't hurt to ask. And to the guy, I think his name was Daniel, who said hello yesterday. Thank you for thank you for coming and say hello. Really, really appreciate that, and thanks for the support. Hopefully, you had a great Max. What is going on? Okay, was it going on with Shift 4? Again, this is the impact, down 8% yesterday. Wow, down 8% yesterday. So we are here at the 200-day moving average right now for oh no, I'll stop talking. Sorry. I have to go and open the market. So I'll stop talking, and we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this in a bit. One moment, because the market is about to open. The market is about to open, and so we'll see. And voila, we are open, ladies and gentlemen. Ding, 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 ding. Bing, bing, bong, bing, bing, bong. Markets are open. It is Thursday, October 30. So hopefully it's not that scary in the markets, because apparently everything is about Halloween these days. So markets are open, and we got exactly what we do not deserve. We got exactly what we do not deserve, which is red across the board. The heat map will, of course, update in a bit, but we do have some green. We do have some green, just like a lot of people here in Los Angeles. Ah, I got you there. I know. Thank you very much. I'll be here all week. Not really. I won't be here all week, but still. Anyways, we it's too early for to make jokes like this. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Maybe I am too tired. Google. Google is up still 4.5%. As I told you, right? The sneaky PayPal pre-market action. Well, for now it is still green. For now it is still green, but let's not get our hopes up. With PayPal, it's the perfect training stock. It's all about controlling emotions with PayPal. Then the only other names that are green for now here on the list is Duolingo, although that one did get hit quite a lot recently, New Holdings, and Uber. Palantir basically flat, down 0.3. Shift4 also basically flat, holding on that. So yeah, this is basically the heat map before we switch to something else. This is basically it. Meta down 11.3%, Oracle 2.6, Amazon 2%. Someone told me that the implied move for Amazon later today is around 6% or so. Okay, 6%. We'll have a look. We'll have a look here. 6%. What does that mean for for Amazon? Um, Trump and Xi doing us dirty. But I mean, I thought the comments were good, no, between the two. I mean, the comment seems fine, unless I've missed something, and something came out um, that I didn't see. But from what I'm seeing right now is they say it's constructive, and so yeah, I mean, big tech companies are reporting, so it should show the market really what's going on. We do have here a full post by President Trump on Truth Social. Um, I had a truly great meeting with President Xi of China. There is enormous respect between the two countries. And actually, let me. Why do I even do this? Just pull it up. So this is basically it. I don't see, I don't see anything negative about it. I don't see anything negative about it. So at least that's out of the way. China has agreed to continue the flow of rare earth, critical minerals, magnets, etc., openly and freely. Very significantly, China has strongly stated that they will work diligently with us to stop the flow of fentanyl into our country. They will help us end the fentanyl crisis. China also agreed that they will begin the process of purchasing American energy. So, again, all in all, the comments here for now are quite good. But maybe, yes, okay, maybe going into the meeting, I saw some headlines. Oh, we're going to get a trade deal. Those were the rumors, the speculations. No trade deal from what I'm seeing right now, but things are moving. Things are moving in the right direction for sure. Roberto here, thank you for the super chat. Any thoughts on Tempus AI before earnings, valuation wise? I know Tempus has been going up significantly. One, because of the Pelosi trade, and two, because of the recent announcements around the business. I mean, valuation-wise, it's not a profitable company, right? Yes, gross margins are high, but if you look at operating net free cash flow margin, there's no profit there just yet. But momentum is definitely with the stock. Let me actually pull this one up real quick. Momentum is with the stock. So going into the earnings, I don't know what the anticipations are, but let me just do this real quick. And by the way, yeah, Shift 4 sits literally on that 200-day moving average. So let's see if it can hold that. Tempus AI. I didn't know there were so many temps here as tickers, but yeah, stock wise, it has been doing very well. This is on the weekly. Let me pull the daily. So it's been floating here around the 50-day moving average. The earnings estimates are EPS, well, a loss of 18 cents, revenue $328.8 million. And it's one of those companies where you're putting chips into a name. I made some videos about it at the start of the year. Promising stuff, but I do think still has a long way to go. Last quarter, we did see genomics unit grow 26% year over year. Genomics revenue over 30%. Adjusted EBITDA improved approximately $10 million quarter over quarter. Total contract value was over $1 billion. And Ambry growth, this is the company that they did acquire, is over 30%. They say that they are firmly on track to achieve adjusted EBITDA positive in 2025. So I guess this is now a metric that you can start to track quite closely quarter over quarter if they do really meet it. So voila, that's my thoughts. I don't know if they'll beat or not, but they do have some momentum. Any thoughts on TransMedics? Like I said before, I think. Let's see what the stock has been doing. We'll go through the names of the stocks that we follow in a bit. Stock right now is only down 2.4%. So it opened lower. Like I said before, didn't make much sense. Very small revenue miss, but a big earnings beat. And so look at this very nice recovery here from TransMedics. Shift 4 PE is the same as PayPal here. I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, Shift 4 reports next price to sales. Yeah, price to sales. But yeah, but then again, yeah, price to sales. I don't know if it's the correct metric here to look at. Um, let's see how much longer is the market going to drop. I mean, we're not that far away from all-time highs, so it's not like we are in a huge crash or something like that. But it does. Yeah, Meta is now down. Ooh, interesting. Meta on the daily is basically oversold at the moment. Okay, spicy stuff. Nebius is down 5.3%. Reddit 5.5, basically 5% right now, closing in again on that 100-day moving average, closer to $194. CoreWeave is down, same as Nebius here. BMNR is down 5%. Iron 4.6. Rocket Lab down 4.5. SoFi back under $30, ladies and gents. Down 4.1. Applied Digital down 4.4. So did Microsoft say anything bad about data center build out or capex or something like that, or not? Or not? Because why would these names go down if Meta expects to increase capex, Google expects to increase capex? Does Microsoft not expect to increase it? Did they say something about it? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Roberto, you might maybe know this. Hood down 3.7, Intel 2%, Zeta 1.6, Nvidia 2.3, AMD 2.3 as well, Micron 2.2, Amazon going into the earnings report here, sitting at the 50, did touch the 100-day moving average. Palantir did go above $200, I believe, pre-market. Crazy stuff. The local still around $15. Rubrik around 71, so still down 1% today. My thoughts on this is, again, Rubrik is a very good company. If some of its competitors are feeling the pressure, I think they're feeling the pressure because of Rubrik, not because there is suddenly less demand for cyber resiliency. Not at all. Ooh, Oscar under $90 right now. Okay, okay, I see you. Marvel still closer to 90. United Health basically flat. Shift 4, I would say flattish here as well. Shift 4 flattish here as well. It is on the 200-day moving average, but on a weekly. HIMS is here literally also on the 200-day moving average. Last time that happened, it did rebound quite quickly. They do report next week on Monday. Uber down 0.8%, and then we have Duolingo. This is like the worst, the worst forgotten bunch are ganging up together here. Duolingo up 0.5%, PayPal up 0.7%, and for now, New Holdings 0.7%, and Google still up 2.8%. So we did have a pullback from that top on the day. Sezzle is down another 3.7%. Okay, so clearly fintech is taking a hit more recently. I don't know if it's all because of Fiserv. Did Mastercard report by any chance? Microsoft will increase capex in 2026. Okay, so I guess this is just a market. Oh, maybe it's still because of the, no, actually, maybe it's still because of the Fed. Yeah, because of the Fed comments. They're not certain about the cut in December. But then again, he did say that data center build out is not really rate sensitive. If that's what I understood, if that's what I understood yesterday. We need Jose back, but you don't have to tell me. I mean, that guy is, I don't know, chilling in Florida and does not want to wake up here early. I guess he doesn't now want to wake up early anymore. So if you want to see him back here, start spamming his comment section. Start spamming the comment section so that he gets back on the workhorse. Um, but yeah, I can't force the guy to turn on his webcam. Dave down 2.4%. Adobe. Let's see if I probably I didn't do anything for it. Dave. Adobe is basically flat right now. CRM also. I assume they are following the same trend. Yep. CRM is up 0.7%. Someone asked me about Block. This is a while that we didn't touch on this one. Block still sits here around $75. Is down 1.5%. Also, as you can clearly, it was at 81. Fiserv, I think Fiserv just took down everyone. And it doesn't make much sense. It doesn't make much sense. Fiserv is now down 45%. Today's down another 4%. I mean, this is, might say they threw the kitchen sink at everything. So we're back to levels not seen since 2018. 2018 was the bottom. Insane. Insane. I don't know if this is maybe like an options leaps type of play that you can do for January 27 or 2028, maybe betting on the recovery. But again, yeah, it was a bad quarter. Maybe they wanted to reset everything, so they really lowered all of the expectations, and they'll work their way up from here. Maybe, but yeah, don't compare these to other fintech players, because the other fintech players for now have been reporting good results. I assume, I mean, my expectation that Shift 4 will prove that they're not Fiserv. Plus, again, the big problem with Fiserv was the financial solutions, right? This is not something that overlaps with Shift 4. So voila. I asked him yesterday. He said you don't call him. I have WhatsApp messages where I tell him, you come on, use the same link. And he's like, yeah, okay, I will come on every other day. And then we do a stream, and then he's not coming on every other day. So I'm telling you, when you are too long in Florida, laziness, because Florida is the place you go to retire. Unless he's retiring. Then okay, do whatever you want. What else? Mercado Libre. Mercado Libre is up 0.7% right now. So again, as I said, great company. Don't let the stupid headlines scare you out of this one for Mercado Libre. So we're up. We had a big reversal here. Piper Sandler has an overweight rating on Microsoft. Price target $650. They say that you should be buying on weakness as demand still outpaces supply. Azure demand more than the capacity, calling sell-off a buying opportunity amid accelerating bookings and AI tailwinds. Okay. I mean, yes, we're seeing a lot of red here. That is true. But it's not red because the numbers were bad. Right? If you go and look at the results for all of these companies, even Meta, right? Even Meta that is down 12% right now. Clicking on the wrong one. 12% right now. You would think, oh, horrible quarter, right? Who uses Meta? Billions and billions of people use Meta products. Business-wise, they're doing very well. The threads number, no, the reels number was insane. I think it's an annual run rate of $50 billion for, reels annual run rate over $50 billion. Crazy stuff. But again, it's a small pullbacks. Again, don't forget, we are quite close. We are quite close to the all-time highs for the market. So yes, some names, again, I know, I'm the one that's saying this time and time again. We are investing in stocks. We're not investing in the market. And so just because we are 1% or 2% from the all-time highs does not mean that your stocks are also at all-time highs. No, as we've seen, plenty of stocks have pulled back, right? 10%, 15%, sometimes 20%. as well. So you will always have those, oh, but the markets are at all-time highs, we could crash 20% more. Like, okay, yeah, maybe, but you don't buy, or at least I don't buy the market. I buy specific names. My names have pulled back into prices that are quite comfortable. And here, look at this. It's like the market listens sometimes. TransMedics is actually now up 1.6% after being down 9% or so pre-market. Simple, right? You look at the numbers, you look at the business, you look at the commentary, and you're like, market is drunk, right? Why would you push this one down 9% because of that $1 million revenue miss when they beat earnings by 30 cents? Didn't make much sense. Didn't make much sense. But moving on, let's see what the others are doing. Do we see a little bit more green? No, we are not. And of course, ta-da, we have PayPal that is basically flat now. PayPal that's basically flat. Oscar that is also recovering a little bit. Okay, maybe a small recovery happening here, but not something you should throw parties now because you made a couple of extra cents back. You mean the tax loss harvesting type of thing? I mean, who has losses this who has losses this year unless you are a short seller, right? But maybe, yeah, maybe people are taking profits. Maybe people are taking profits. It's definitely the season for it. It's definitely the season for it. But we are in earnings season. Numbers are still quite good. We did get a rate cut, but we did get some maybe not the best comments from Jerome Powell, and so I would still say that it's the Jerome Powell after effect, I would say. JJ, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Glad to have you in the US. Thoughts on Novo Nordisk? Yes, Novo Nordisk. What is it? Still 50? Last time I checked, it's $50. So spot on. $50 here for Novo Nordisk. Again, it's one of those. It's the same. It's not the same, but I would put them in the same sentiment category as a United Health, for example, right? Because here as well you have management change. You have a disagreement also from board about the new CEO. But the story here for Novo Nordisk is again a turnaround story. It is cheap, although it was cheaper before when the stock was higher. You might say, huh? How does that make any sense? Well, it makes sense because they lowered guidance, right? They lowered guidance. So previously the stock was higher, but the guidance was higher as well. And so it was cheaper before. Now we are down, but it is a turnaround story. It's something that I said before. It's also one of the reasons why I don't own it is, well, okay, one, I have United Health and more Oscar. But with Novo Nordisk, you have time, right? You have time. Maybe the options here, leaps are the play, right? Maybe again, January 27, if you want to go really, really out, January 2028. But with this one, it's still a good company, right? Still a huge company, but you have time. You have time to see how this thing works out. That's the thing that we learn along the way, and that's the thing that we learn along the way. Um, you have time with turnaround stories. Good afternoon is a phrase that gives me nightmares. And yeah, that's the Jerome Powell speech. What happened to Shift 4 and Rubric? So Shift 4 was down, or not was, is, I wish was, but no, Shift 4 was down and is down because of Fiserv. Okay, actually, I would say that a lot of the financial fintech players are down because of that, and maybe because of the Jerome Powell. We're not certain about a December cut. Although, let's actually have a look at the probability for a Fed cut, which will happen. Well, the next FOMC meeting is in 41 days. Okay, so this is basically it. December, the probability of a cut is now at 68.8%. That is much lower than a week ago. A week ago, we were at 91.1%. Okay, so maybe this is one of the main reasons. Maybe this is one of the main reasons. I still think they'll cut. I still think they'll cut. They also have to figure out this government shutdown thing, right? I still believe that the shutdown would have been over if you made sure that whoever is responsible for the shutdown does not get paid. But I'm not in charge, luckily for them. So shift 4 down because of probably that, down because of Fiserv as well. Rubrik, from what we have learned and the information that we gathered, it's down because of other cybersecurity names. More specifically, Commvault, one of their competitors, reported. But this was also strange because Rubrik was down more than Commvault yesterday. So that was a strange thing. I think Rubrik is best in class, and so maybe the pressure that the competitor is feeling is because of Rubrik. I don't, again, like I said before, I don't think there is suddenly less demand for Rubrik for cyber resilience, and so yeah, buying opportunity in my opinion. But Rubrik, you have time here as well until they report. They will report early December. Shift 4 reports a week from today. So we'll get our answers. We'll get our answers pretty rapidly for Shift 4. Why You know, at the start of the week, I was texting my cousin and I said, PayPal for the first time, PayPal is going to report when we have quite a lot of headline tailwinds, right? Trump Xi meeting, rate cuts, earnings seems to be going well, and then well, it all went down the drain quite rapidly. So thank you, J. Paul. You won't be missed next year, that's for sure. That's for sure. I'm surprised he's never late to his meetings, because when it comes to rate hikes and rate cuts, he was late. So at least two meetings he's not. At least two meetings he's not. So only one person didn't want to cut this meeting. Suddenly everyone will want to pause cut. Yeah, but we also had that one. Um, I think the meeting before. No, there was also one that maybe wanted to cut more. I think. Um, But yeah, I still believe they'll cut, but maybe they're waiting for the data, the data that is backwards looking, not forward, the same data that made them not raise interest rates on time. One heck of a data. 2025, and you can't really get real time. Okay, real time data maybe is a bit impossible, especially in a huge country like the US, but more accurate data I don't think should be that difficult. And yes, in this case, you could probably be using um, a blockchain for it, because then it goes very fast. Everybody can verify it. So um, this is another idea for like a Halloween costume shirts. Shit for and piss pal. I mean, good business, terrible stock. Correct. And this was my. If you go back on the channel and you will see SoFi videos with the same headlines. Um, Bad stock, good company. Bad stock, good company. Blink, thank you for the super chat. Do you like Eli Lilly at $819? Yeah, I remember it was even lower than that. No, it dropped quite a lot. Yes, it was lower than that. So I do remember. I liked it more here. I think I made a video about it right here. Now it went up again. Eli Lilly is not seeing the same struggles as in Novo Nordisk. So I keep saying the same thing. Novo Nordisk is more for the turnaround play. Eli Lilly is really for, I would say now, the strong player with a lot of momentum. With a lot of momentum. That's what I would say here for Eli Lilly. Again, it's not a cheap company, right? Especially not at these prices right now. It was cheaper before, but even back then, it wasn't the cheapest one of the bunch. So that's the Eli Lilly one. Um, one descent on each side. Yeah, exactly. One descent on each side this time. It's politics. Powell is opposed to Trump. Yes, but you're supposed to be the Fed chair, which is supposed to be, the Switzerland of the bunch. But yeah, supposed to, schmupposed to. That's not really how things work with humans. It's not really how things work with humans. But again, if you have proof that he does this because he doesn't like the administration, then I guess that is good reason to be replaced. But he is going to be replaced anyways. I think next year in May, his time is up. So they're already looking for a new Fed chair. That announcement should come in December. I guess the market will react positively, negatively, based on the guy's profile, experience, and probably what he thinks or what the market thinks he will want to do once he's Fed chair. But again, the Fed chair is not the only one deciding, right? It's a meeting. Pagaya is down another 3.4%. I know people were asking, so Pagaya is down another 3.4% right now. Again, fintech is not really having a good time. Fintech is not really having a good time other than my dear PayPal. PayPal is up. PayPal is up a little bit, but maybe we should stop talking about PayPal because every time we do, it does start to drop a little bit. It does start to drop a little bit. We do have a small recovery, not the biggest one, but a small recovery, especially for Meta here. Meta was down to $650. We're now at 670 or so. So we do have a really, really small recovery. A lot of red names still. We do have a couple of extra green names right now. Rubrik also recovering a tiny bit here. Any other names? Any other names? Trust me, if you were happy with PayPal when they were up 10%, I was also very happy when I saw the up 10% because I saw my options and they were up 50% on the day, and now they're down. So crazy. PayPal could, yeah, I mean that's what I said yesterday or 2 days ago. Like Nvidia could buy $6 billion worth of PayPal, and the stock would still say, meh, couldn't care less, couldn't care less. Neil, since you're here, I am indeed. Why not stay permanently in the United States and open a SoFi account? That is a good question. That is a good question. Maybe I'll go. No, it's a bit out of the way because I wanted to go maybe see the SoFi Stadium, but not really behind the corner. The crypto stadium is literally right here. I go downstairs and boom, it's there. But there are no games. There are no games. I did see some baseball players yesterday because they're also sleeping behind the corner here, but I have no clue who they are. No clue who they are, and no, they're not. Oatani or whatever. Probably the Blue Jays, but I have no idea. No idea who watches baseball and who baseball. I mean, I know the famous baseball players, but probably only because of the of the huge contracts that they got. But other than that, that's about it. Other than that, that's about it. And also, why don't I stay here in the United States? I don't know. Staying in the United States too long could get you into issues unless I buy myself into the United States with a golden visa. But for that to happen, PayPal needs to go to like $300 by tomorrow. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Plus, it's very expensive to live here. Um, very expensive to live here. Say what you want, but the United States, I mean, it's a crazy country, amazing country. But fundamentally, like infrastructure wise, you are behind. I'd say that you are behind on a lot of things. On a lot of things. I asked someone yesterday from San Francisco how he's getting back from LA. I'm like, you're probably taking the train, right? Because LA, San Francisco with a train, like a fast train, easy, right? No, he's taking a plane. Plane is 40 minutes, 45 minutes, or something like that. LA to San Francisco. You're going to waste way more time going to the airport and going from the airport to your house. Why is there no like train, like the Eurostar from France to London or whatever? I mean, or just Brussels to Amsterdam. Why not trains? Why not trains? I mean, I just doxed myself. I know. I mean, people know where I am, right? I I am here at the Adobe conference, so it's not like people don't know. Um, Plus, I'm not staying here for long, so I'm always moving, 3 steps ahead. Americans are allergic to trains. Absolutely bizarre. Yes, it is bizarre. I know the country is huge, and then we've all seen these images like, oh, people think we can build trains like in Japan, but they don't understand that the country is just so big, and you have to go through mountains and whatever, blah blah blah. Okay, fine. I'm not asking for a train from New York to LA, although imagine a bullet train from New York to LA. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? But from LA to San Francisco, you would think there would be like okay, you don't need a bullet train, although why not? Why not? So yeah, I don't know why you are allergic to trains. Because if you go back in history, um, and you look at the whole railroad story here, it was the big thing, right? That happened. Um, good TV show called Hell on Wheels. Very good TV show. Okay, since you are spamming, what's my view on Rivian? Best stock to short, no mode, big valuation, problematic runway. As you know, shorting never really works out. You really need good timing, and even if you have good timing, sometimes the market is like, nope, poof, reverse Uno card, your short is getting reverse shorted. Rivian, honestly, I like the cars. I've always said it. I like the cars. I just don't like the price of the company. But I have no opinion on it. I have no opinion on it. I hope they survive, or I hope someone buys them out, or whatever, because the cars are good. The cars are good. I mean, they look good. They feel fine. I mean, I didn't see one here. I saw Cybertruck and a lot of Teslas, but I didn't see a Rivian here in LA. I would have, okay, scrap that. I anyways didn't walk that much, so I'm not going to say I didn't see them in LA, but Daniel Prong in his video mentioned that for PayPal, it's good to have low stock price as they can buy more shares to show their EPS doing great. Otherwise, that's not true, because they are becoming more profitable, and you can see that from other metrics in the business. You're also seeing that revenue is starting to grow more. Of course, yes, companies do buybacks to increase EPS. This is not something for PayPal specifically. It's great. Yes, it's good for the long term shareholders, because yeah, for the long term, there is that buyback magic. The more you buy back, the more eventually, yes, the stock will go up, because the multiples are compressing. And so you're going to see the the stock go up naturally because of it. But it's not, oh, we're buying back solely to make sure that EPS is growing. No, yes, they're buying back quite a lot, and I wish they bought back even more, because the stock is undervalued. But from their standpoint as a management team, don't forget that their number one priority, or maybe number one, number two, is they have a duty to shareholders. And if the stock doesn't move for 2 years, buybacks this, buybacks that, they'll have to do something, right? This is what I've been saying. You can be conservative at first, but after a time, every time you tell us that you're excited, you think that you're growing in the right direction, etc., it's time for you to actually show it. Right? It's time for you to maybe also buy shares. This is what I said to Alex Chris on X. Hopefully he reads it. Thank you for the super chat, Harmin. Hi, Neil. Views on BMNR till end of the years. End of the years? I mean, like the years? 2000 years in the future? Or end of this year? I mean, again, you know my thoughts on BMNR. I have a small position in it. Now I think it's almost break even. I'm still in the green, but I mean break even on the negative side of things. But look, I'll be very honest with you. It seems like BMNR gets a lot of views on YouTube and on X, lots of attention. To me, I don't know what there is to talk about it. Like, okay, cool. They're buying it. They might be buying something else. This, and that. But really reality is that there are 1,000 better companies out there to talk about today. Okay, um, which is why I don't talk about BMNR that much or at all. Sometimes I will do an update video, but that's about it. I I think people should spend way more time looking at real companies that generate billions in free cash flow, in profits, um, that actually have something to sell, products and services. BMNR to me has always been a bet on yes, we are going to switch to tokenized financial system. Won't happen tomorrow, um, but yeah, that's my thought. Where will it go till the end of the year? No clue. No clue. We can do like a toss of the toy of a coin, and we'll see where it lands. But I don't know. Can go higher, can go lower, cannot move. Right? Can stay flat. The I-20 goes from LA to Jacksonville in Florida. The I-20. Is that a train? Because you have like an I-95 or something like that, and that's a highway. So is this also a highway? Because I'm looking for trains. Maybe we should be building trains. Let's start a company. Start a company. Actually, Elon with his boring company, instead of making tunnels for cars, what does this guy make tunnels for trains? Mind blowing stuff, right? Mind blowing stuff. It really is like a stupid thing. Like why do you make tunnels for cars and not for trains? Trains move just way faster, can transport a lot more people. They're also electric. So how do you read what did I say? I-20? I-10. I-20 just because I saw it and I was like, why is this like the Hyundai I-20, like the car? So I was in my head. Plus, again, it's too early. It's too early for me. It's too early. But yeah, at first I thought he was talking about a Hyundai car, so that's why I said I-20. But I-10, I-10, and here's not. It's along highway motorway. Okay, okay. There is actually a company building goods train lines in the United States, Brightline. They have one from Miami to Orlando and Tampa, and now they're building from LA to Vegas. I mean, it would be it's such a no-brainer. Brightline. Let's see, Brightline, high-speed passenger train. Hmm. Okay, so it already exists. Yeah, it already exists. Looks nice. Looks nice. High-speed train, unparalleled in speed, comfort, and style. 5 destinations in South Florida. Okay. Okay. I mean, I think there should be more trains here in this country, especially to connect big cities one with the others. One with the others. Like you said, I mean, Vegas Vegas to LA is a no-brainer. You have LA to San Francisco, LA to San Diego. Again, I know saying it is easy. You have mountains, you have nature, you have to see where you're putting those trains. But again, if you want to build tunnels, why not build tunnels for trains? Why not build tunnels for trains? Let us start a campaign here. Make trains great again. Make trains great again. Brightline says high speed. It's not really high speed. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bullet. It doesn't look like bullet train material. It's not really bullet train material. Um, I mean, I don't need a video to talk about quantum. You know my thoughts on quantum. If you want to have quantum exposure, just buy the big players. Um, just buy the big players. No, yes, you might be making more money with the smaller ones, which is exactly what has happened. But to me, it's all fugazi. It's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust. Fairy dust. Tens of billions of dollars in market cap, nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. Um, let's see. Let's see. I had a question about Oscar. I think you know me, Oscar under 20. I picked it up. I mean, last week I picked up more, 2 weeks ago. So I like it. They're reporting also a week from. Everybody's reporting a week from today. What is this? I, they really need to coordinate better, all of these companies. Like the fact that yesterday we had Meta, Google, MercadoLibre, Microsoft, TransMedics. Okay, TransMedics a bit smaller, but the other ones report the same day. It's like, come on, guys. They are like 5 days a week. Maybe choose another day to report. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Um, no, like I said yesterday, I have my again, because it's fintech and because we had like the Global Blue acquisition, and it seems like the stock is under pressure because of that, plus because of now Fiserv, although the overlapping stuff there doesn't make much sense. I have my position. I'm willing to pay the price for to get more information next week. Because right, if the stock goes up, people may say, "Oh, you should have bought before," but no, I have a position, so my position will go up, and then I'll gladly buy more after the earnings. I don't mind paying more for information. So I did buy more Rubrik yesterday because I do think that Rubrik is is in a much better position market wise. They're not really affected by this whole Fiserv thing or whatever. But Shift 4, I'm willing to wait and pay for my information. Can I hype you up for Amazon? Yes, Amazon. Amazon. Good that you remind me. So Amazon is at $227. Amazon was here at the 100-day moving average. Apparently, someone said in the chat that the implied move is 6% for Amazon. And so if we say that the stock closes here at these prices, 6% on the way up is, wow, is going to be all-time highs. 6% on the way down is unfortunately going to be just under the 200-day moving average, which which raises some questions here. Because going to all-time highs, this would mean that AWS growth is accelerating quite a lot. Comments on the earnings call, which again I won't cover because I'll be on the plane, unless the plane has Starlink, but I don't think they have. I mean, imagine if we do a live stream on a plane. Huh. Something else. Something I'll maybe try in the future. But anyways, 6.74%. Simon says. Simon says, like the game. 6.7%. Okay, so let's pull it up a little bit more. Let's do like this. Let's do like that. So this is basically what you should be expecting according to the implied move. Either we go to all-time highs or we go just under the 200-day moving average, which is the same price we've seen 2 weeks or so ago. I think if they can show that AWS is growing or accelerating, plus you get some positive comments during the call, I think the thing goes up significantly. Then with regards to the e-commerce side of the business, I don't know. So far, maybe if they share some weakness there, spending, I do still think that they will enjoy nice FX tailwinds. So advertising, could that be the one that puts it down? No, I don't think so. I think advertising will still do well. So this is basically it. I am, as I said in my other video, I do think that we're going to get the Anthropic push for AWS. And so that's basically that. Yes, correct. This is another thing. We are going to have to listen to what they have to say with regards to the AWS outage. How big of a hit is that going to be on the business? Customers, every big customer is already diversified. Okay, every big customer is already diversified. AWS is still the largest. The ecosystem there is quite big. Quite a lot of companies use it. But yeah, every big company is using all three. It's probably using all three. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. The issue is going to be pure financial hit. How big of a hit was that, or is that going to be? What do I expect from Zeta next week? I didn't look at the Zeta event that happened. Where is it? Here. That happened not that long ago, but based on the last earnings report, I expect it to continue to do well. I expect it to continue to do well. It's quite interesting. Yeah, we had that gap up after the last earnings report. We're now halfway through it again. I don't think we're going to go back to the $16 that we've seen before and completely close that gap, but you never know with this market. The 200-day moving average does sit at $16.06. And Zeta, of course, reports also next week on Tuesday. But if you go back to last quarter, the numbers, the guidance, it looked good. It looked good. So I'm expecting the same thing. I'm expecting the same thing. Okay, with that, let's actually have a quick look if the heat map changed a little bit. Not okay. I'd say it was worse, right? It was worse when we ding that market. It was worse, but we are recovering a little bit. We are recovering a little bit. So that's good. Google is still up 5.3%. We do have no, we don't. Talk too soon. Talked too soon. We had more green than red. Now PayPal is red, but I'm not surprised. Shift 4 is still down 1.1%. Meta is still down 11%. I mean, for Meta to be down that much is something. What is this? Introducing X Handle Marketplace, first of its kind platform for redistributing handles that are no longer in active use. Join waiting list. Great. Become a premium business. I don't want to become a premium business. I just want my own handle. What handle do I want? Actually, I could try for just Neil. Why not? Let's see. Join the wait list. Okay, I'm on the list. Perfect. If you are on X, apparently you can now go and look for a handle. Why am I saying that the short strategy isn't working? It's risky, but with our current valuation, there is a lot of opportunities for shorting. Is there? Right? I mean, if you said the same thing 3 months ago about quantum, you would have been liquidated completely, right? That's the thing with shorting. You think you are right, but the market will tell you very quickly that you are wrong. It is risky, and again, the upside for shorting is 100% if you really are successful and the thing goes to zero. If you're not successful, you're going to get screwed. You're going to get screwed. That's why I don't really spend that much time looking for shorts, because I do think that you can get a lot more upside by going long companies instead of shorting companies. And with shorting, again, it's a lot of a timing thing. A bit like, I mean, options is also a timing thing, right? Options is also a timing thing. You can be right, but if you're wrong on the timing, then you are screwed. How many people bought Meta? How many people bought Meta today? Maybe we'll end with that. We'll end with that. Let's see how many people bought Meta. I know a couple of people bought it. From the chat before. It's better to buy puts than short, in my opinion. Yes, exactly. If you think that's the thing. If you want to buy a stock, because I think when people short it, is they short names that they hate, that they think should not be valued at the prices that they're priced at today, but they would never want to own it. If you would like to own it, then yeah, you can sell puts, for example, which makes more sense. So we have some people that bought Meta. We have some people that bought Meta. Um, some big bulls here, actually. Big bulls. That's a horrible number. That's a horrible number. um, so we have some buyers. We have some buyers of Meta today. Even first time buyers as well. Even first time buyers. Almost bought the pre-market. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Meta is a tremendous business. Meta price target, yes. I think this was it Needham or was it Piper Sandler? Let's find it out. Or not, I don't know. Have to find it. Have to find it. Where? Man, the search feature on X changes every single week. It's like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. TD Cohen is $810. Let's see, where is the because I'm pretty sure I saw 1,400. I don't think we're crazy. I don't think we're crazy. Google gets quite a lot of price target upgrade. Okay, we have Rosenblatt $1,117, but the previous one was already high, 1,086, 1,086. Or maybe I was hallucinating. I'm like an AI model, hallucinating, seeing things that aren't there, saying things that aren't real, like the I-10, I-20. I do have to check Crocs. I know. I do have to check the price of Crocs. Okay, for some reason I can't find the meta thing. Apologies. Apologies for that. Crocs. Where is it? CR. Oh. Crocs is down 2.8%. Okay. Not that crazy. Not that crazy. That was your price target. No, but maybe I just saw two things that were quite close. Anyways, we have like the Rosenblatt one, which is also 1,100 and something. So, anywho, that's about it for me for today. That's about it for me for today. I might go grab some breakfast pretty soon. Today is the day today is the day I have I have the AMD video scheduled, which is quite good because now the price is back to where it was during the video, because the video was streamed a couple of days ago. But the contents of it are still the same. What am I expecting from Reddit? Not much. I guess they still have momentum with the users. The question is going to be on monetization, advertising. We've heard some reports say that there is less traffic going to it now because of the LLMs and everything. But we'll see. Me personally, I very much dislike Reddit as a platform, but apparently a lot of people like it. So okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyways, exactly. I hope we all make money today and tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that. Thank you all for joining, and we shall see each other in the next one. Obviously, no live stream tomorrow because I won't be on Earth tomorrow. Huh. When you're flying, are you on Earth or are you no? Then never mind. Forget about it. Forget about it. Anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a very very good rest of your day, or good evening, good night to those of you on the other side of the planet.